Have you ever opened your pantry and felt a wave of chaos wash over you? It's like a mini tornado of snacks, spices, and canned goods all fighting for your attention. If you're nodding your head, you're not alone. A disorganized pantry can turn even the simplest meal prep into a scavenger hunt. But fear not. Today, we're diving into some super simple tips to efficiently organize your pantry and bring back the joy of cooking. First things first, let's start with a clean slate. Before we can organize, we need to declutter. Take everything out of the pantry. Yes, everything. This is your moment to see what you actually have. You might be surprised at the hidden treasures lurking in the back. That half-opened bag of quinoa? The jar of spices you forgot about? It's time to face the truth. As you're pulling everything out, check for expiration dates. Toss anything that's expired or that you know you won't use. It's like a mini detox for your pantry. Now that you've emptied it out, give the shelves a good wipe down. This is your chance to start fresh. A clean surface will make your pantry feel inviting and ready for organization. Once that's done, take a moment to categorize your items. Group similar things together. You could have sections for canned goods, grains, snacks, baking supplies, and spices. This will make it so much easier to find what you need when you're in a rush to whip up dinner or grab a quick snack. Next, let's talk about containers. Investing in some clear bins can be a game changer. Not only do they look great, but they also keep everything contained and visible. You can easily grab what you need without digging through a mountain of bags. Label each bin so you know exactly what's inside. You could go as simple as using a label maker, or even just masking tape and a permanent marker. It doesn't have to be fancy, it just needs to be functional. And trust me, you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to find things when they're neatly labeled. Now, let's not forget about vertical space. If you have tall shelves, make the most of them. Consider using stackable bins or tiered shelves to maximize your storage. This way, you can see everything at a glance and utilize every inch of your pantry. And if you have any empty jars lying around, don't toss them. They make fantastic storage for dry goods like pasta, rice, or even snacks. Just make sure to label them, and you'll have a Pinterest-worthy pantry in no time. Speaking of snacks, let's address the snack situation. We all love a good snack, but they can quickly take over your pantry if you're not careful. Create a dedicated snack zone. You can use a bin or a basket to corral all your favorite munchies. This not only keeps them organized, but also makes it easy for you and your family to grab a quick bite without rummaging through everything else. Plus, it's a great way to keep track of what you have so you don't end up with 10 bags of chips. Now, let's chat about the spices. If you're anything like me, your spice collection might have turned into a bit of a jungle over time. To keep things in check, consider using a spice rack or a lazy Susan. This way, you can easily access your spices without having to dig through a pile. If you have a lot of small packets or jars, you might want to dedicate a shelf just for spices. And remember, most spices have a shelf life, so don't hesitate to toss anything that's lost its flavor. Another great tip is to store items by frequency of use. Keep the things you reach for the most at eye level, and the less frequently used items higher up or in the back. For instance, if you're a regular baker, make sure your flour and sugar are front and center. If you're a snack lover, have those goodies within easy reach. This little tweak can save you so much time and frustration when you're in the kitchen. And let's not forget about the power of the clear bin. If you have kids, this is a fantastic way to let them help themselves without creating a mess. You can have a bin for their snacks, and they can easily see what's inside. It teaches them responsibility and helps you maintain some order in the pantry. Plus, it's a fun way to involve them in the process. Once you've organized everything, take a step back and admire your work. It's so satisfying to see everything in its place, isn't it? But remember, organization is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Set a reminder to revisit your pantry every few months. This way, you can keep it in tip-top shape and prevent the chaos from creeping back in. Now, let's talk about maintenance. A great way to maintain your organized pantry is to implement a one-in, one-out rule. Whenever you buy something new, try to get rid of something old. This helps keep your pantry from overflowing and ensures you're only holding onto items you actually use. It's a simple habit that can make a huge difference in keeping your space tidy. And here's a little bonus tip. When you bring groceries home, take a moment to put things away in an organized manner. Don't just toss them in haphazardly. Take the time to place items in their designated spots. It may take a few extra minutes, but it will save you time and stress in the long run. Your future self will thank you. Lastly, let's talk about the joy of cooking. An organized pantry can reignite your love for cooking. When everything is in its place, it's so much easier to experiment with new recipes or whip up your favorite meals. You'll find yourself reaching for ingredients you forgot you had, and you might even discover some new favorites along the way. So there you have it. With just a little effort, you can transform your pantry from a chaotic mess into a beautifully organized space. Remember to declutter, categorize, use clear bins, and maintain your system. Your pantry should be a source of inspiration, not stress. So roll up your sleeves, get organized, and enjoy the process. Cooking should be fun, and an organized pantry is the first step towards making that happen. Happy organizing!